Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
We all have wishes at Christmas. Maybe it's a car, repairs to your home, new appliances, or travel. Get yourself that perfect gift with a GUT Credit Union Christmas Make-A-Wish loan. You can get the money you need to make that holiday wish come true. Apply for a loan and you'll be entered to win one of 5 shopping sprees at Foodland Supermarket. Plus, great prizes from Sol EC Limited, Dean Mattresses, Digicel Grenada Limited, and Beacon Insurance. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/Christmas. Apply now and make your wish the perfect gift this Christmas. Special conditions apply.
Good evening. This is Network News for Thursday, December 15, 2022. Headlines: Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell delivers maiden address at Cuba summit, pushing against the embargo against Cuba. Grenada Postal Corporation anticipates a resumption of mail delivery service by mid-January 2023. Grenadians share their feelings on preparation and business ahead of the Christmas holidays. In around the globe regionally, Bank of Jamaica encourages customers to pressure banks to increase interest rates on savings accounts. Internationally, 2 deaths recorded as U.S. winter storm barrels east, bringing tornadoes and blizzard-like conditions. Plus, in the sports news, Shannon Dowling and Rose Newland among winners of the National Table Tennis Championships. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy Baptiste with Network News. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell delivered a forceful speech in support of lifting the U.S. embargo against Cuba during his maiden address at the 22nd ALBA TCP Summit in Havana, Cuba on Wednesday. Cherry Blackman Stephen has this report.
The vision that Presidents Fidel Castro and Hugo Chavez,
la visión de los presidentes Fidel Castro y Hugo Chávez,
held for our America,
para nuestra América,
is still within reach.
Aún está al alcance de nosotros.
A self-reliant region,
una región autosuficiente,
built on mutual respect,
creada a partir del respeto mutuo,
and the principles of solidarity,
y los principios de la solidaridad, la colaboración,
and economic complementarity.
That was Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell delivering his maiden address at the 22nd Summit of the Bolivarian Alliance for the Peoples of Our America, TCP Summit in Cuba on Wednesday. He reminded regional leaders that they have the potential to drive their own development through strategic partnership and the reorientation of trading patterns towards greater intra-regional exchanges.
Increased South-South cooperation,
la mayor colaboración sur-sur,
provides avenues for the promotion of socio-economic reform,
brinda vías para el desarrollo económico y la reforma social,
through trade and investments,
a través del comercio y las inversiones,
and the development of joint projects,
y el desarrollo de proyectos conjuntos,
and initiatives that meet our unique
iniciativas que satisfagan.
To achieve this, he said they need to bridge the language language barrier that hinders free, fluent exchanges amongst our people. Recalling the collaborative power held by past leaders, Prime Minister Mitchell said it's time the region stand firm against the unfair and immoral embargo against Cuba.
Comrades,
Compañeros,
it is not enough to
no es
simply
suficiente
advocate for an end to the embargo.
con abogar sencillamente por el fin del embargo.
We must find avenues of collective leverage to
Tenemos
ensure its end.
que buscar vías colectivas de influencia para hacer que lo levanten.
Through strategic alliances
A través de alianzas estratégicas
with brothers and sisters
con los hermanos y hermanas
throughout the world who share a similar view.
Quoting the great Dr. Martin Luther King, Prime Minister Mitchell says injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
We equally reject Cuba's designation by the United States
Asimismo, rechazamos la inclusión por parte de Estados Unidos a Cuba
as a state sponsor of terrorism,
como un Estado que fomenta el terrorismo.
and we continue to stand shoulder to shoulder
Y continuamos hombro con hombro
with the great people of Cuba
en la defensa del gran pueblo cubano,
in their fight to exercise the right to choose their own path.
en su lucha por ejercer el derecho de escoger su propio camino.
Similarly,
De igual manera,
we look forward to the lifting of sanctions placed
esperamos
on
que
the
se
Bolivarian Republic
levanten
of Venezuela.
Addressing the summit 1 week after a 2-day visit to Grenada by Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel as part of his tour of Caribbean countries, he reminds his colleagues that this month also marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between CARICOM and Cuba. The Prime Minister returned to Grenada on Thursday in the company of Minister for Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development, Joseph Andel, Deputy Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Ms. Siobhan Britton, and Petro-Caribbean Chair, Mr. Hassan Hadid. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
The story, mail delivery from Grenada faces interruption, but it is anticipated that this will be short-lived. More in this Christina John report.
Marketing Communications Customer Relations Officer at the Grenada Postal Corporation, Ms. Janelle Bowen, has confirmed that its mail delivery service to Canada and the Caribbean for the Christmas season has been suspended. However, the corporation's marketing department is anticipating a return of the service by mid-January 2023.
Fortunately, we have to have our mail service for the Caribbean and Canada on hold. This is due to areas are unable to take the mail due to the volume that they currently have, being that their primary customers are passengers. They have to move the passenger and the passenger's luggage first. So they cannot guarantee that they could take the mail, therefore we place it on hold until further notice.
Bowen says mail delivery service to the Caribbean and Canada was a guaranteed service offered by Liat to the GPC before the airline experienced its challenges in 2020. Although Liat has resumed limited flights to Grenada, it is unable to continue the mail carrying and delivery service.
Well, we're very much grateful to American Airlines for facilitating the movement of mail posts to the Caribbean and Canada, because as you know, we don't have anyone really trafficking through the Caribbean at the moment. Well, we're estimating by mid-January, that's when peak season should come down, that everything should be back to normal. That doesn't mean that we may not be able to start before, but that's the time where we're definitely sure that things should be back to normal by mid-January.
Bowen apologizes for this interruption, which is beyond their control.
Well, yeah, we do have other shipments going through right about now. Around this particular time, people like to send a touch of home to family members, and people have probably asked them to send probably a cake or even a ham, just these little things, the spices and so on. So they try to ship it out for them during the season and so on, or whatever other little knickknacks for the holidays. And of course, we do have the small businesses that utilize us as well to move their products. So that is a hindrance for them at the moment as well.
She added that mail from Grenada to the affected countries must first go to the USA before it reaches its final intended destination. It was also explained that mail from the UK will also be delayed because of planned industrial action, which can span into the new year. The GPC's suspension of its service, it will mean customers now have to find a temporary alternative to do business. Christina John, GBN News.
Many Grenadians say they are looking forward to the Christmas holidays as they prepare to spend time with family and friends after battling the COVID-19 pandemic and the return to some level of normalcy. GBN spoke to people on the streets of Grenville to find out how their Christmas is shaping up.
Bad, you know. But you are going to enjoy it because I'm traveling, so I'm going to enjoy my Christmas. Yeah, so far, so good.
You feeling the Christmas? Of course, I am. Christ is the reason for the season. And to me, you don't have to have anything much. Once you know the reason for the season, you work with what you have and you give praise and thanks and celebrate.
I find the Christmas kind of dull because they don't give me as a farmer back pay for nutmeg and things. So I can't do nothing this year. I can't give me woman a $500 this year. We can do nutmeg back pay. So that thing's bad. We can buy ties for children. In Gary, there's mattress passing up, all kind of thing happening. People repairing house when they get back pay. They're doing all kind of a thing. That and them they're working now.
Well, not too bad, not too good, but it's half. But it's okay for now. But when the day comes, hope everybody enjoys it. Apparently it's my thing. I like to play my music. I have my little music home and enjoy myself, my children around, and that's make me happy. Yeah.
For me, I don't see nothing yet, you know, because I'm not working and things are not too bright as it. But otherwise, we have to cope with it. Since September, I'm feeling the Christmas vibes, but I mean the money ain't there much, but the little we have to still compensate it.
Shipping up pretty alright, you know. Can't complain at this time. For a long time, you know. It's shipping up alright.
Well, with Christmas Day just 10 days away, many Grenadians are out preparing for the holidays and their traditions. After coming out of the pandemic and the resumption of the tourism season, many are hoping that the benefits can trickle down. Vendors are out on the streets with their goods and Christmas items, hoping to generate some income with the anticipation that business will be good. GBN's Renaped Thomas took to the streets of Grenville and spoke to some business people there about how sales are going so far. Here's what they had to say.
So the business is quite slow, as you see. Nobody don't come in and buy nothing. And see what's going on, everything. Back then, everything done already. We had to go and load up again. We can't even bring in input, nothing. Thing grimy. So I could say, check.
Could that be better? You know? And I just hustling. Last year was a little better, but you know, we're seeing people that do, you know, come together and do things. You know, we had to big up the place. Yeah, we can't depend on people to do things for us. You know, we had to try, we had to put out and you know, and do things.
It's slow sometimes, it's fast sometimes. You know, but I'm here. You know, on the last Grenadians, on the last they like to do the thing. Well, for me, it's not different.
The Christmas feeling good. People passing through. They buying roti, they buying other stuff, they supporting. So, it has been going good so far. I expect better for the Christmas, probably Christmas Eve. Yeah, man, come get a nice tasty roti and big up everybody. Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah, and sales not bad. We're not complaining about the sales.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have room for improvement, but we're sticking with it.
This is Network News. Still ahead from us, work to begin in 2023 on Climate Smart Ministerial Complex in Carriacou. We'll talk about that. Stay with us.
Hi, my name is Anisha Hussein. I've been a member with the Rise Credit Union for the past 12 or so years. At the time, I was a member of another financial institution, and being exposed to one of its board members that I work with, he was able to give a detailed breakdown of what the credit union at the time offered. So this helped guided me into, converting to becoming a member of Arise Credit Union at the time. Arise Credit Union would have helped me over the years in terms of being able to own and acquire stuff. Even as a contract worker, they would have been able to, come up with their policies as to guide persons along my job description. I would like to extend a hearty congratulations to the Arise Credit Union and its achievement for 75 years and the way they would have been able to transform the lives of its members over that period of time. Congratulations.
They come with a catalog you know word for word. They have a league of fans that stretch as far as the eye can see. Their legacy speaks for itself, so we don't have to. The Radisson Grenada Beach Resort is the place to be this New Year's Eve from 9 p.m. for the classic way to ring in the new year, featuring Third World.
You should know it's time for the world to. So won't you try?
This classic cast will also feature Sabrina and the Treehouse Band live. Early bird tickets are available at GoToFets.com and Cass Unisex Boutique. Single tickets $500, couples $800. Sunshine Promotions presents Classic. A signature all-inclusive experience, celebrating the old and welcoming the new. Sponsored by Blast, Independent Agencies Limited, St. Augustine Medical Services, Radisson Grenada Beach Resort, Best Quote Construction, and Netherlands Insurance, proud supporter of the arts.
Christmas safety tips. Always unplug Christmas tree lights before leaving home or going to sleep. Check your tree lights and outdoor lights for damage each year before you use them. Discard lights with frayed wires, loose connections, and cracked sockets. Do not overload your wall outlets or extension cords. Remind children never to touch lights or outlets. Select lights appropriately. Never use indoor lights outside or vice versa. Happy holidays from Grenlec.
Beep disinfectant spray is certified by a U.S. EPA compliant lab to kill the coronavirus that causes COVID-19. Beep disinfectant spray is now available in a convenient travel size can that travels everywhere with you. Beep for a happy, healthy home.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the season to be jolly, and the NLA is giving back loads of prizes to its loyal customers in its exciting Xmas Bonanza promotion. Yes, Grenada! It's your opportunity to win hams and bottles of wine and rum from November 15th to December 31st. Over 450 prizes will be up for grabs during this festive season. Simply purchase a single ticket valued at $12 or more in Lotto, Cash 4, Playway, or Pick 3, and check your tickets for the word ham, wine, or rum. Play daily for chances to win every day. Prizes are redeemable at NLA's head office on the Carenage on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, starting November 16th, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. NLA, supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Happy Christmas, Grenada! Ho, ho, ho!
You want. This ain't what you want. 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. Hit it once, no time. Side up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my heart. No, this is Christmas time. Celebrate and stand. With furniture on, you can will make it with your one. With unsecured loans, reduce
lowest interest rates. Win cash prizes for the best Christmas ever. So we'll make it, hey, bar playing, hey, ham and plastic eating. Now this is Christmas.
Get unsecured loans up to $50,000 and a chance to win cash prizes this Christmas at
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and you can find the season's best at Court. Save up to 50% store-wide, plus get free gifts with select purchases. Get the best brands, best prices, and more. Shop today with no cash and have 90 days to make your first payment, and choose your payment term from 3 to 48 months. The season's best is at Court, bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Offer ends December 31st, 2022.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Have your family or friends ever needed cash now, but you are nowhere close to give it to them directly? With the cardless cash feature from Republic Bank Online and your mobile phone, it is hassle-free and convenient to send money to anyone, including yourself, using the Republic mobile app. Simply log into your account, access the cardless feature, enter the amount you want to transfer, and using the access code provided, the cash can be withdrawn instantly from a designated Republic Bank ATM without a card. Republic Bank Cardless Cash is convenience at your fingertips. To learn more about our cardless cash features, visit republicgrenada.com for more details. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
We're back here at Television Center. A call for community groups and organizations to get on board with the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation as it embarks on a cleanup drive island-wide. The ministry is in the second week of its visible transformation project, that of tagging and cleaning up derelicts. Kamika Donnell is the Change Management and Empowerment Officer in the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation.
Is going to be an ongoing initiative. We would have started at Grand Anse last week, Friday, and we'll be continuing throughout Grenada with this initiative, just cleaning up the area and trying to make Grenada look more aesthetically pleasing and environmentally safe. We cannot do it alone. It's a lot of work. The team from Solid Waste would have come out 4 a.m. Saturday morning, and we were only able to reach up to the first half of Port Highway. This is an initiative that we are hoping to extend across the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. So we are calling for the public support. There are a lot of community organizations who would be instrumental if they reach out to us to assist. They can reach out to us and they can partner with us to help move the project along quicker, and we'll be very grateful for their support.
Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Andy Williams, says they were in communication with some of the people who occupy these areas, and the plan is to find alternative locations for them.
We proceeded to the lagoon area, where we cleaned up some of the old boats and old metals and all these kind of things, And we had the Grenada Solid Waste with us, and they did a really good job. What we plan to do is to reach out to them, meet them on the half to see what we can do to better their life. Because at the end of the day, we know that they came here because apparently they had nowhere else to go. So we don't want to just displace them, but also help them in finding somewhere else to reside. And also let me just say that we have Camper Nicholson on board, who is willing to give us financial resources to assist in the process.
Other news, Grenada Investment Development Corporation, GIDC, in collaboration with the Academy of Women Entrepreneurs, hosted a graduation ceremony for 13 women entrepreneurs as they completed a one-year course that aims to develop their businesses. More in this report from Rena Pett Thomas.
13 women graduated on Wednesday from the Academy of Women's Enterprise Program, which has been operating under the Grenada Investment Development Corporation, GIDC, since 2001. The aim of the program is to equip women with the necessary tools to become better entrepreneurs and to network them with successful business owners as mentors. Ronald Tiedo, Chief Executive Officer at GIDC, in his remarks at the closing and graduation ceremony of the program, spoke about the courses taken by the women.
13 female entrepreneurs participated via introduction and utilization of a facilitated massive open online course referred to as Dream Builders. This program consisted of 13 online modules complemented by needs-driven workshops. The general goal of the program, which was implemented by the Business Development Center of the GIDC, was to provide resources for women to engage in online education with guided facilitation and localization from alumni, local women business leaders, and other local partners.
The Academy of Women's Enterprise Program was developed by the U.S. government and operates in more than 80 countries around the world, benefiting over 70,000 women. Francis Herrera, principal of the U.S. Embassy, spoke of the benefits of the program.
Not only in the participants' businesses, but in their lives in general. A survey conducted by the State Department for past AWE participants revealed that 74% of graduates reported an increase in business revenue since completing the program. 44% indicated that they had added one or more products or services because of AWE, and 65% said that the AWE program greatly improved their self-confidence. These numbers alone bear testament to the success of the program, and you, the graduating class, are fruits of everything it has to offer.
The principal congratulated the graduates who started their journey in January 2022.
The ambassador and I applaud your bravery, your tenacity, and the courage it takes to be an entrepreneur. The world needs more of you, more men and women, particularly women looking to break barriers, create industry, and transform the economies in which we live. You have all risen to the challenge, and I could not be prouder of all that you have accomplished. Even amid the pandemic and its associated challenges, COVID-19 has taught us lessons on business continuity and preparing for the unexpected.
For GBN News, I am Brina Pett Thomas reporting.
Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, Stephen Andrews, announced plans to begin work on the climate-smart ministerial complex in Carriacou next year, in keeping with efforts of mitigation and adaptation to climate change.
The work on the climate smart ministerial complex, we're starting that next year. And it's a project, the concept was designed under the former NDC administration, the drawing for plans. And we are continuing that. We are starting the process. Carriacou and Petite Martinique is going to lead as it relates to how government buildings are going to be built in the 21st century. Climate smart, climate resilient, and I know that the member for St. John's will be very proud of this.
Minister Andrews says the Sister Isles are properly represented by the government.
The Cabinet of Grenada have decided that come 2023, we are going to harmonize the price of fuel at the pumps throughout the state. Simply put, if the price for fuel on mainland is $3, it should be $3 in Carriacou and Petite Martinique too. As I don't know if many of you know that the price of fuel is higher in Carriacou, and that has to change. We are one state, and therefore it should be one price accordingly. And I'm proud and happy that this administration has taken that step to not just talk about the importance of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, but actually get the work done.
You're a part of Network News. We are going to take a short break. We'll be back.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb service. We are Superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Southern Electrical announces its Christmas sale. Discounts on items store-wide, from kitchen appliances, household items, security cameras, and light fixtures. In-store prices and a chance to win a 32-inch smart TV. Sale starts on Monday 12 December to Friday 23rd December. Southern Electrical, best value, expert advice, quality product.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
After a long year of waiting, Flow brings you the magic of Christmas giving. Discounts on devices to bring you closer to your loved ones. Prizes to enjoy with your family and friends. And the best in entertainment bundles for everyone to gather around. This Christmas, one gift brings many more. Like more data and speeds to share everything with the family. So sign up, bundle up, switch up, top up, or pay up to win $4,000 in cash or appliances plus other weekly prizes. For the best in Christmas deals and rewards, visit discoverflow.co.
Sweet tips for people living with diabetes this holiday season. Add spices like cinnamon or ginger to enhance the flavor of sorrel. It doesn't have to be extra sweet. Have a limited amount of cake or ice cream as part of your meal. For example, if your meal has 3 grains of green banana, replace 1 grain of banana with a small slice of cake. Don't skip meals and keep your portion sizes in mind. Flavor desserts with local spices and natural sugar-free sweeteners. Enjoy the natural sugars in fruits when making punches or drinks instead of using condensed milk or sugar. You don't have to be perfect at every meal. Just be cautious of your choices. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
Shop and win at Real Value this Christmas. Anyone spending $50 or more can win $5,000, $2,500, and $1,500 in cash and shopping vouchers. Simply place your receipt with your name, address, and phone number in the barrel provided. Promotion starts November 21st and runs until December 23rd with the grand draw on the morning of December 24th. Plus, anytime you use your Real Value Shoppers card, you can win day passes to Royalton, hamper baskets, wine, and more. Promotion runs from November 21st till December 30th. Shop at Real Value this Christmas.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery doing for us. When you play Pick 3, cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
We're reporting the day's news. This is Network News. Promoting the mechanical approach to pest management through the introduction of sticky traps, the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives, in collaboration with the Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program, SIAP, concluded its 2022 Integrated Pest Management Training in the Northern Agricultural District earlier this week.
IPM is a technique that emphasizes the growth of crops with the least possible disruption to agro ecosystems and encourages natural pest control mechanisms. This initiative falls under the Climate Smart Agriculture mandate, which seeks to educate farmers and strengthen extension services. Farmers and extension officers participated in the theoretical training, followed by a visit to a demonstration farm to gain a better understanding of the benefits of this method and potential impact of these traps to suppress the pest population. Farmer Chad Fraser shared his training experience and willingness to employ the practice on his farm.
We learned a lot about how, insects, how the different mechanical mechanisms like the traps and so forth can be used as an alternative to the chemicals that we traditionally would use in the farm to manage pests. And so I think it's one that I would implement. The learnings from today I would definitely implement in the farm. Of course, from the training they would have said that it's a lot cheaper than the chemicals. I'm looking forward to that and to see what kinds of results we'll get in terms of production and so forth.
Climate Smart Agriculture Coordinator at SIAP, Kenley Edwards, speak of the use of different color sticky traps to attract and trap different types of insects.
Farmers could also use this method as a form of identification and monitoring, and it also gives them an idea as to how infested their farms are. So this is one of the means and ways in which SIAP, as part of its mandate as Climate Smart Agriculture, to introduce a natural and sustainable practice for farmers. It shows that the farmers who attended this session today, that they'll be able to implement this on the farm, and by doing so, they'll be able to, if I may say, better enhance their farming practices.
Extension Officer Dennis Baptiste, who heads the Northern Agricultural District, said the training was a perfect opportunity for officers to understand the techniques more, subsequently being able to share with the farmers that they work with.
We want the extension officers to be on top of things in terms of providing the technical advice towards the farmers. The whole idea is to help our farmers to manage the pest problems at a low cost, in a low cost way. We know the problems we have with the agrochemicals and the residual effects and all that, and the effect it could have on our environment. And as a society, we want to reduce the effect of those chemicals, and that's why we're trying to introduce, not really introduce, but reintroduce the whole idea of using the IPM approach in terms of controlling our pest problems.
The alternative method of pest control or insects utilizes the color trap method as a mechanical means. Throughout the series of training, a wide cross-section of farmers and ministry staff was shown the application methods of the traps along with the types of insects that are attracted to these traps based on the colors. The first training of this method was held in May of 2022 on the farm of Trevon George, and the final training took place on the farm of St. Patrick farmer Matthew Boyle Phillip. Christina John, GBN News.
This evening, we feature the residents of Carriacou engaged in the cleaning of their surroundings. It's time to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it.
Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's ISO features the beautiful Sister Isle, Carriacou. Cleaning our environment is part of government's Visible Transformation Project, aimed at enhancing the aesthetics of our beautiful country. Our ISO reporter sent us pictures of residents of Carriacou doing their part by engaging in the cleaning of their surroundings. This beautiful white sand beach was cleared of rubbish. We thank our ISO reporter for this submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. We'll be back with the weather, followed by the sports news and around the globe.
Your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. Tis the season for holly jolly days at the communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love, getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50-plus car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
With Digicel, it's the Christmas that keeps on giving. Switch on to the fastest LTE network with any plan or bundle and get 10 gigabytes more data every month, all year. More entertainment on the move and more connectivity to create more Christmas moments. Buy and stay on any Christmas plan and get 10 gigabytes on us every month for the entire year. With Digicel, it's the Christmas that keeps on giving.
At Guardian Group, we've seen so many of our customers achieve great things. So, it's no surprise that after 175 years, our optimism is stronger than ever. Because when you've partnered with people to achieve their best lives as long as we have, you tend to see the world a little brighter every day. Guardian Group. Live easy.
Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies have catered for all the early shoppers. So, start your Christmas shopping now and avoid the rush. Visit Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies for your gift sets, toys for the children, hair care and body care products, along with your prescription and over-the-counter medication. Shop early and avoid the Christmas rush at Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Central Depredin Street, Guab, the corner of Victoria and Jubilee Street, Grenville, and Wall Street, Grandans.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Ho, ho, ho! It's
the season to be jolly, and the NLA is giving back loads of prizes to its loyal customers in its exciting Xmas Bonanza promotion. Yes, Grenada, it's your opportunity to win hams and bottles of wine and rum from November 15th to December 31st. Over 450 prizes will be up for grabs during this festive season. Simply purchase a single ticket valued at $12 or more in Lotto, Cash 4, Playway or Pick 3, and check your tickets for the word ham, wine or rum. Play daily for chances to win every day. Prizes are redeemable at NLA's head office on the Carenage on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, starting November 16th, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. NLA, supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Happy Christmas, Grenada! Ho, ho, ho!
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair at first, hazy and breezy, becoming partly cloudy with brief, light to moderate, widely scattered showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. Wind east-northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher times. Seas moderate to rough with waves 6 to 8 feet in northeasterly swells. Warning, high surf and marine advisories remain in effect. Tides high at 8 p.m., low at 2 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow morning 6:20. The weather on Friday, December 16, partly cloudy, slightly hazy and windy with brief light daytime showers becoming more frequent overnight. On Saturday, December 17, partly cloudy and windy with widely scattered showers mixed with some fair spells. And on Sunday, December 18, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and windy with a medium chance of light to moderate daytime and nighttime showers. That's the weather. Good evening, sporting fans. Shannon Dowling and Rose Newland are the men's singles and women's singles open champions for 2022. The 2022 Grenada Table Tennis Association National Championships ended with a magnificent display of table tennis from the respective finalists on Wednesday. In their best-of-5 sets final, defending champion Dowling defeated Junior St. John in straight sets, 11-5, 11-7, 11-9, to retain his national title. Rose Newland went the distance, scoring a 3-2 victory over Anique Bonaparte to capture the women's national title. Cedric Marquez scored a superb, action-packed 3-1 win against Shamal Williams to capture the boys under-19 singles, and Anique Bonaparte was too strong for Savannah Frederick in the girls under-17 final, winning in straight sets. We can tell you too, the boys under-15 victory went to Cornell Walker over Jonique Mark. However, in the boys under-13 finals, Mark emerged champion, defeating Shondell Straker. The girls under-13 title was won by Savannah Frederick with a 3-2 win against Katricia Francis. Afina Developmental Coaches Clinic, which began on Tuesday this week, is being held by the Grenada Amateur Swimming Association, GASA. The clinic, which runs until Thursday, is facilitated by Barbadian coach Dave Farmer. The clinic is structured with a morning session which runs from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the conference room of the Blue Horizons Garden Resort in Montrouge, and an afternoon session from 3:30 to 5 p.m. at the Good Hope swimming pool. The afternoon session includes age group swimmers to accommodate the coach's observations in the techniques and relevant practices of the various strokes by the swimmers. The Grenada Amateur Swimming Association decided to hold this clinic in an effort to refresh the skills of available swim coaches and aspiring coaches. The clinic is also geared at upgrading coaches' professionalism. West Indies women's captain Hayley Matthews could not prevent a 16-run loss to England, who took an overall 2-0 lead in the ongoing T20 series on Wednesday. After winning the toss and choosing to bat, England women put up an average 141 for 6 in their stint at the crease. The team was led by an enterprising 43 runs from 43 deliveries from opener Sophia Dunkley, who gave England a solid start with partner Danny Watt. Dunkley and Watt put 36 on the board before Grenada's Affie Fletcher broke the partnership after bowling Watt for 20 in her first over. In pursuit of the target, West Indies women struggled to maintain steady partnerships despite an initial good start before a 28-run, 6-wicket partnership from Chanel Henry and Shermaine Campbell brought the score to 78 for 6. Affie Fletcher top scored with 18 runs as she struck a 37-run, 8-wicket partnership with Shakibi Gajnebi, unbeaten on 17 as West Indies reached 125 for 8. Finally, we feature another batting masterclass from West Indies legend Brian Lara.
So how much, Gilly tells a great story about positions being moved in the field, and you say, oh, they've moved that to the wrong position, then hitting it through the gap. So you had an uncanny ability to hit the ball through gaps. How did you manage that? Were you so aware of the field, or was that just skill?
I think it came from, when I was very young, I used to play cricket in the garage. I would have my plant pots, my mom's plant pots. I placed them as fielders. I'll throw the ball if I'm playing by myself against the wall, and I'll be hitting shots through the gaps. And I felt that when I started my career, I started playing 25 one-days before I played my second test match.
Okay.
So I started to learn to score runs, and I felt that whenever I was playing an attacking shot, I wanted to get something for it. It could not be a cover drive straight to cover or straight drive straight to mid-off. I wanted to find a gap, and that brings that bottom hand into play, where I sort of just manipulate the face of the bat into the gaps.
So we just saw some vision there of you off the back foot driving through the exquisite, beautiful shot with that big flourish. So it's just short of a length, and you're looking to put it through the offside. What are we doing?
What we're doing, again, I have this picture in my mind of where everybody is. I know where the fine leg is, mid-off, backward point, the 3-sips gully, there's a gap there, and I'm looking to score runs if it's a ball that I want to attack. So again, I'm getting on top of it, and there's a big gap between cover and mid-off, and I'm sort of pushing it through the gap. Again, the bottom hand is key. That is for directing the ball. The power is here, the direction is from the bottom hand, and as I said to you, if it's a bad ball and if it's an attacking shot, I want to get value for it.
West Indies legend Brian Lara. I am so enjoying his masterclass. All right, that's sports news for now. The Bank of Jamaica wants banks to increase interest rates on savings accounts. The bank is arming people with information, hoping that they, the people, can pressure the banks to act. More in this TVJ report.
The BOJ has increased its policy interest rate from 0.50% in September last year to 7% in November 2022 to help slow inflation. That's an increase of 650 basis points. But most banks are not moving their rates. BOJ Governor Richard Biles said the average interest rate on savings, for example, increased by 49 basis points.
So we move 650, they move 49 basis points. This low pass-through reflected the fact that customers of banks who held demand and saving deposits over the period experienced practically no changes in the interest rates paid on these deposits.
And so the BOJ took the rare step of publishing the data, which should force consumers to pressure the banks. Only Scotiabank and First Caribbean International Bank offered to pay higher interest rates on savings. Scotiabank increased the interest rate on savings accounts from 0.26% to 0.27%. First Caribbean moved from 0.98% to 1%. NCB did not move their interest rate on savings account, sticking with 0.62%. Citibank also remained at 0.50%. Jamaica National, no change, sticking to 0.08%. JMMB also remained at 1.46%, which was still the highest among all 8 banks. First Global actually dropped its interest rates on savings account to 0.22%, and the Sagicor's rate fell to 0.31%.
The publication of this data is an initiative of the bank aimed at encouraging the public to act in an informed manner by moving their deposits to the commercial banks where they can benefit from higher deposit rates.
The governor admits, however, that customers may not want the hassle of switching to another bank. He says Jamaica's banking system is unequal, as only 2 institutions hold 60% or more of all deposits on credit. Unless they make changes, there will be no huge impact.
We hope that that will inspire depositors to, if not move their account, at least ask their bank, why is my savings rate so low? When we know you are getting from the Bank of Jamaica 7%. So every institution that has to leave money with us is getting the 7%. And they are giving their depositors at the base hundreds of thousands of depositors who constitute the bulk of their funding base, 0.5% or 1%. So at least maybe if they don't move their account, they'll ask the question of the bank, why aren't you giving me a better rate?
Andrea Chisholm, TVJ News.
Further afield, thousands of nurses walked off their jobs in England today, escalating a wave of industrial unrest in Britain this month as ambulance and postal workers, bus drivers and airport baggage handlers all staged strikes to demand better pay amid a cost of living crisis there.
How long will the standoff last? This statue in Trafalgar Square of early 20th century figures comments on British colonial rule, but the turned backs and power dynamics speak to this moment too. Workers versus their employers, government versus unions. Britain is heading into a whirlwind of strike action. Has there been enough dialogue, do you think, between the government and different unions?
I mean, there's been plenty of dialogue, but they're not actually listening to each other.
I am worried about it because we're on holiday from Australia and we've got a lot of plans to travel around. So, yeah, I'm a bit worried about it because it's going to disrupt us quite a bit.
Is there any one particular strike that you're concerned about?
I would say nurses and paramedics, because that's crucial. It's life-threatening, isn't it? But at the same time, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? You've got to live.
The
The nursing union is calling for a 5% pay rise above inflation. The General Secretary says she'll press pause on the strikes if the Health Secretary agrees to serious negotiations.
The one day of action that nurses are going to take on Thursday hasn't created the 7.2 million people sitting on our waiting lists. What sort of a state would it be in if we didn't have those nurses working the additional unpaid hours they do, working every hour they can get in their day? And what are we doing with those people? We're paying them the lowest possible wage we can.
The government hasn't changed its position.
We value incredibly what they're doing, but ultimately we have got to make sure that the economics work. The nurses received a pay award last year when much of the rest of the public sector did not, and Steve Barclay has met with the union leaders, but ultimately the independent pay review body has made a recommendation and the government has decided to accept and implement that recommendation in full.
Strikes continue through the Christmas period, with key workers taking action on multiple days. Nurses have planned industrial action on the 15th and 20th of December. That's in parts of England and Wales and Northern Ireland. Whilst rail workers have proposed strikes on the 13th, 14th, 16th and 17th, as well as Christmas Eve to the 27th of December, and then from the 3rd, 4th and 6th to the 7th of January. UK Border Force will do the same from the 23rd to Boxing Day, and then from the 28th to New Year's Eve. And for Royal Mail, it'll be the 14th, 15th and 23rd to the 24th of December. Today, Labour's Shadow Health Secretary said the NHS must reform or die, calling for unions to put patients first. His plan, double the number of medical school training places and get in extra staff, funded by abolishing the non-dom tax status. On the imminent strike plans, he's accused the government of reckless behaviour for refusing to negotiate.
The really disappointing thing this morning is that the unions have said we will suspend strike action if you're prepared to talk to us about pay, and Steve Barclay and the government are saying they won't.
There's a lot on people's minds, cost of living particularly, and Christmas. The fight for higher pay for some is the fear of travel mayhem and NHS disruption for others.
This other one to report, at least 2 individuals have died as a powerful winter storm moves east across the United States, spawning tornadoes in southern states and coating others in snow. Some 500,000 people across 4 states, Nebraska, Wyoming, South Dakota, and Minnesota, are under blizzard warnings with powerful winds and heavy snowfall making travel difficult. Millions more around the country are under less severe weather systems at the moment. Weather alerts. More in this ABC News report.
This morning, the cross-country storm slamming tens of millions of Americans, turning deadly in Louisiana. Her mother and her child did not survive after their home was reportedly blown apart by a tornado.
Really a true mess.
The child's father was at work at the time. He had to show deputies where their home once stood.
They're having to go through trees that are down and power lines that are down and try to find the bulk of the house.
New pictures show widespread damage in Farmerville, Louisiana. Police say about 25 people were injured, some critically, after a tornado leveled a neighborhood. In Texas, this twister striking near the Dallas-Fort Worth airport, forcing people in the terminal to take shelter.
The lights went out, the wind gusts came pretty strong, and the rain, and then all I heard was a big boom.
At least 5 people were injured when a tornado hit Grapevine, Texas. Meanwhile, from Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado to Minnesota, people are bracing for up to 2 feet of snow, coupled with winds up to 55 miles per hour. The blinding snow making driving impossible. Authorities closing parts of I-70 east of Denver and shutting down a 200-mile stretch of I-90 in South Dakota.
Stay with us. We'll remind you of the headlines after this. Stay tuned for continued programming on the Grenada Broadcasting Network. A reminder of the headlines at this time. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell delivers maiden address at Cuba summit pushing against the embargo against Cuba. Grenada Postal Corporation anticipates a resumption of mail delivery service by mid-January 2023. Grenadians share their feelings on preparation and business ahead of the Christmas holidays. In around the globe regionally, Bank of Jamaica encourages customers to pressure banks to increase interest rates on savings accounts. Internationally, 2 deaths recorded as U.S. winter storm barrels east, bringing tornadoes and blizzard-like conditions. Plus in the sports news, Shannon Dowling and Rose Newland among winners of the National Table Tennis Championships. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. We're done for now. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. That's all from us at the newsroom. Good night.